The virus spread like wildfire through two hotels in Melbourne CBD, the Ridges and Stanford hotels, ground zero for outbreaks, which eventually led to a re-lockdown of the city. Now it's been suggested the state government is to blame.
The failure by the hotel quarantine program to contain this virus is, as at today's date, responsible for the deaths of 768 people and the infection of some 18,418 others.
Final submissions detail how an absence of health experts in key roles meant there was an initial focus on the logistics of the scheme rather than keeping the community and those in quarantine safe.
An enormous, immediate, unenviable burden was placed on those in public service to establish not one but a succession of infection control facilities in buildings clearly not designed for quarantine purposes.
The council assisting also suggested private security guards were the wrong people for frontline enforcement at hotels.
No accountability has been accepted by ministers, secretaries or any other officials for that decision being made. We submit to you that the use of private security isn't really a decision at all. It's a conclusion that was arrived at by way of a creeping assumption.
The inquiry heard this led to private security companies being used to man hotels, but the role evolved to include tasks like delivering food and shopping for toys.
Security guards, whatever might have been their proper role in static guarding, were not the appropriate cohort to perform that more expanded role and that suite of roles that were more likely to bring them into contact with people who might be COVID positive.
The inquiry also heard the decision to not use Australian Defence Force personnel was appropriate, and evidence shows offers weren't brought to Premier Daniel Andrews' attention.
There is an argument that perhaps in some respects the ADF people might have been better trained for the job.
The final report will be delivered in November. Emily Evans, Sky News.